What's up, the book? I'm in, I think this is called landscape mode. So I'm in landscape mode today on the old Facebook. And yeah, you know what? I remember saying yesterday when I did the video, that was my last video for the week. But I've got a bit of spare time this morning. I had a coaching call cancel on me. So I thought, you know what? While I'm waiting for my book to arrive, the first 50 copies of my book are arriving in like the next 30 minutes. So I'm really excited about that. While I'm waiting for a book to arrive, I thought, you know what? Let's jump on and bang another live. So, as you're probably aware, I get a lot of messages, a lot of emails from men, business owners, normally. I think I've said before, I get between, hey guys, morning Hugh, morning Ryan, morning Jenny, morning Michael. I get a lot of messages from guys. I've worked with a lot of guys, mostly business owners. So I've got another business. A lot of you guys don't even know about this business. I've got another business where I coach personal trainers, gym owners, fitness professionals, how to basically build a business that works for them, both in terms of income and in terms of the hours they put in. And obviously we have Unstoppable. And one of the things that I see a lot are people trying to predict the future. And what I mean by this is, if you think about this, most people have a fear of failure, okay? A fear of committing to something. And I've said this before, the fear isn't of actually failing, the fear is of looking and feeling like a failure. Now that is all based on attempting to predict the future. I did a video on this last week, or the week before actually, on certainty, this being addicted to certainty and wanting to know that something is going to work before you commit to it. And that's what keeps people stuck. And then yesterday I'm talking to a guy who said to me, Paul, I don't know whether I can give this up. I can't give this up because then I'll have no enjoyment in my life. I think he was talking about drugs or booze or something. And I'm like, dude, you're trying to predict the future. And unfortunately, that's not the case. When people say to me, Paul, I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know whether that's for me. This might not work. What if this happens? What if that happens? I'm like, listen, you cannot fucking predict the future. However, there are two ways that you can predict your future. Okay? Two ways that you can predict your future. Nothing to do with a crystal ball. Listen, if you could predict the future, there's somewhere in your life where you're trying to predict the future. Well, this might work. Well, that won't work. Well, this'll happen. Well, that'll happen. Well, she's say this. Well, he'll react like that. Well, nobody'll pay for that. Well, this marketing campaign won't work. Well, that conversation I'll have will turn out badly. Well, I won't get the job. Well, the interview won't work. Well, there's no point in even fucking trying. And just think about that for a second. Think about how much you being convinced that you can predict the future. Holy shit, I was lost for words for a second there. You thinking you can predict the future. Think about how stuck that is keeping you. Think about that for a second. There is some area of your life that you're trying to improve, that you're trying to change, that you're no longer willing to put up with. And you are, hey Kenny. That's really random, Kenny, but yeah. Think about how much that's keeping you stuck. Think about how much that's stopping you from moving forward. But there are two ways, in my humble but accurate opinion, that you can predict the future. One is by looking at your current habits. Your current habits. Think about where you're at right now. Where you're at right now in your life, whether that's with your body, your health, your energy, whether that's with your mood, whether that's with your relationship with your wife, maybe it's your relationship with your kids, whether that's with your bank account and your business. Think about how you've created that. I've said this, you've created that. And you've created it through your past habits. In other words, the fruit that you are eating right now, right? Whether it's rotten fruit, whether it's good fruit, whatever it is, that is being created by the seeds you have planted and watered. In other words, your past habits have created your current reality. Okay? And there's kind of no argue with that. Thomas is saying, sorry, but I just want to give up. I don't care anymore. Well, that, my friend, is bullshit because you've just told me, which means that you do. And you're just needing some help and support right now. The great thing is you can change the way you feel at any moment, dude. So you do care, or you wouldn't have told me that. Which is good news, because you can get help, buddy. So, your current reality, your current place you're at right now, the fruit you are eating in your life right now, rotten, delicious, whatever it is, has came about due to the seeds you planted and the seeds that you watered in the past. So if you want to predict your future, if you want to see what next year looks like, take a look at your fucking habits now. Take a look at what you are doing on a daily basis now. That's in terms of what you're doing inside your relationships, what you're not doing inside your relationships, what you're doing inside your business, the marketing you are doing, the selling you are doing, the delivery you are doing, the fulfillment. Then take a look at what's going in your mouth, up your nose, down your throat. Take a look at what you're doing physically. And you can predict your future. That's the only way you can predict the future. Look at your current habits. So if you want to change the fruit, you've got to plant a different fucking seed. And you've got to water it. And by that I mean, it's not just a one shot and done. So you want to change your future, change your habits. You want to change the fruit, you want to get a different fruit, you got to plant different fucking seeds. And the second way to predict your future is have a look at who's inside your huddle. Have a look at who is inside your huddle. So we've got the what and now we've got the who. And I've mentioned this a lot recently, mainly because I see the power in this. This is what, I just moved out to the office next door the other week. This is where I used to train next door on my own, okay? I was an isolated guy, hated everybody. And the last year, my life has really transformed to the next level since I've started getting around other people again. Other people on the same mission as me. Other people who will push me. Other people who are better than me at certain things. Whether that's jiu-jitsu, whether that's boxing, whether that's in business, whether that's in relationships. I have a relationship coach because I want to get better. So have a look at your current circle and think, and who you're spending the most time with. Okay? Yeah, it's going to be your wife and kids, but outside of that, okay? Unless you're in a toxic relationship, but listen, you have the relationship you're willing to fucking put up with. It's as simple as that. So just have a look at the circle, because their habits, their behaviors, their language will rub off on you. No doubt about it, no matter how strong and powerful we are and how committed we are, eventually that will have an impact. So I'm going to close on this because I'm going to go and see whether my book's arrived yet. I'm so excited about it. It'll go on sale for as cheap as I can make it, possibly even free. In between Christmas and New Year, I'm going to try and do it. These 50 copies are for the guys in my Alliance program. So yeah, let me close on this then. Number one, you can't predict the future, but there are two ways of looking at your future, okay? Two ways of looking at your future. Because again, think about it. The circle that you've been in has rubbed off on where you're at now, or who's in your huddle, your support team, or your lack of support team. And your habits of the past have led to this, wherever you're at right now. I look like I'm grabbing a set of testicles there. FYI, I've only ever grabbed my own testicles, I think. In jiu-jitsu, I may have mistakenly grabbed a set of testicles at some point, but hey, I'm only human. So have a look at where you're at inside of your habits, and two, have a look at who's in your circle. That's all I've got for today. Listen, I've took time to do this morning for you. Give me a like, give me a share, give me love, tag somebody. Let's get this fucking message out there. Have a great one. Adios.